I think it's time we built a bigger boat in our Stormworks career mode. Honestly, we were using this thing to destroy enemy ships, and it was working very well. But this ship can't really be used for much else. So, what we're gonna do is get rid of it! We're gonna destroy this thing, and we're gonna come up with something new. Probably something bigger, and probably something a little bit more well-equipped. We'll have machine guns mounted to the front, machine guns mounted to the back, and possibly a rocket launcher system somewhere as well. Let's get straight to it. Just before we start building, I want to say welcome back to episode 14, and I hope you guys are actually enjoying the series. Let me know in the comments down below if you are. Alright, let's go ahead and start building then. We're going to do 5 of these, so that's 3, 4, 5. That looks a little bit crazy already, but it's fine. We're going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these as well, and then finally 5 of these guys. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to be a pretty big boat, but I want that, so this is fine. Okay, so how are we going to go about building it in then? Well, I'm going to do it like this. So we're going to go 2 down to begin with, all the way backwards to there. We're going to go backwards from here using this guy, just like this, all the way backwards to there. We're then going to actually do it again, which might seem like a weird decision, but hopefully it'll actually work out quite nicely. So that guy goes all the way backwards to there. We then use this guy from here like this. There we go. All the way backwards to here. And from there, we're actually going to go inwards. So we start using these guys, I think. Yeah, so we start using this guy from the back end like that. There we go. We then build this guy forwards again like this. And we keep it going just like so. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense to do. We're then going to extend it down from there and continue. Hopefully this will work. Alright, there we go. So it's got a weird dip in it. I like the idea of actually adding these, because I feel like it adds a little bit to the ship, which is kind of cool. I am going to go ahead and paint the bottom of this as well. I'm actually going to do it in... Should we actually have the bottom be a different color for once? Normally it's always the same color, but what if it was like green? I don't know. Green kind of looks cool. I don't mind that. What I want to do though is paint this guy like this. There we go. And I'll actually paint this guy as well. But obviously I'm going to have to do it like this. Bosh. There we go. That looks awesome actually. So let's go ahead and build the rest of the hull going backwards. And we'll have a really nice ship here to hopefully defeat the enemies with and also possibly run a few missions. Okay, so I decided to stop because I feel like the backs of my ships always look awful, and I wanted a little bit of time to try and make it look nicer before showing you guys. But what I'm going to do is actually have the back end be very flat. I know this seems like a very weird way to do it, but actually... I do think this is going to make it look the best. Kind of how I want it to look anyway. Maybe not the best. But there we go. Shove all of those into there. We're going to shove these guys onto here. And I'm essentially just going to bring it all the way up to the top. We're then going to paint it from the outside in because it needs painting. But yeah, what do you guys think of the way the boat hull looks right now? I'm going to show you guys really quickly. Bosh. So this is what we've got. We've got a nice looking boat hull. We're going to have the bridge sort of thing be in the center. We're going to have an anti-aircraft gun system sort of thing on the front. We're going to have a similar thing on the back, as well as a little bit of a deck that we can use for things. Possibly a crane as well, just so that we can actually get things on and off the deck. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. And yeah, let's be real. This is actually a lot bigger than the boat that we were previously using. And I feel like it being bigger is actually going to be a very useful thing for us. So let me go ahead and delete all of these guys. There we go. We can shove this from here all the way across to there. We can shove it from here all the way across to here. And that looks pretty nice to me. Alright, I went a little bit ham and I decided to do this. So I've built like a bit of a bridge on this thing. There is going to be an extra bridge added to the top of this. And there's going to be a funnel mounted to the back end. I've sort of designed this bit for now, but it's probably going to be a bit wider than this. So let me go ahead and delete these guys really quickly. Shove that onto there. We'll actually shove this guy onto here and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go 7 back and that's all good. I think, anyway. So we shove this guy under there like that. We do these across. I'm going to add a little random box afterwards, because I think that'll look cool. And that's all good. So yeah, we'll add a bridge up here. We're going to add a cannon mounted to the front, a cannon mounted to the back, possibly a crane eventually, but for now, probably no crane. But this looks interesting. All right, let's go ahead and try and design a little bit of a bridge then. I don't really know how I want this to look, but let's go ahead and just try. So I want these to be like 3 at least, so we'll do 3 right there. And then if I can get another 3, that'd be great. So 1, 2, 3. I feel like that's too much, though. I feel like that's too much. So what I'm going to do is bring it back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. This might make sense. So we do that across there. We do this up here. There's going to be no way of, like, getting down at the back, but that's fine. Unless I move this backwards a little bit, we could have a ladder to get up there. Don't think I'm going to do that, though. Don't think so. Let's just go ahead and add these guys into here now. So we're going to add this, 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 and this. And we're going to shove these guys from there to there. Okay. Kind of looks interesting. I was expecting this bit to be a little bit smaller, but again, it just is what it is. What I want to do from there is add windows. What I was originally going to do is this, but I feel like that's too ugly. So what we're going to do instead might be a bit more ugly. I don't know. I want these guys. I want to make them black for now. Let's do 1, 2, 3. So we'll do those right there. And we're going to do a bunch of them across the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. Okay, a bit weird, but hopefully will look okay. We'll shove that up there. We'll shove this up here. We'll have a few more windows on the sides. So 1, 2, 3, probably, I guess. There we go. 3 right there. And I think I'll actually add a window across the top of here as well, because I can. And in fact, I think I'll add 2. Nah, just 1. I don't know whether it should go this high or whether it should be here. I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't know. That looks okay to me, though. We can see out the sides, we can see out the front, and yeah, I feel like that's all actually okay. Let's go ahead and do this bit across the top of there. We're going to do this bit across the top of here, and across the top of here as well. We're going to fill all of that in, and I think I'm just going to paint that a different color. I'm just going to make it, like, gray. Don't know how I feel about that, but maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine, maybe it's not, who knows? Let me know in the comments down below whether you guys like that or not. But what I'm going to do now is paint around the edges of all of these bits, and hopefully this will look lovely. There we go, do those guys right there, and these guys right here, I guess? Ooh, don't know how I feel about that, but sure. Yeah, I feel like that works. Let's go ahead and fill in the back end as well. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to delete these guys. I'm going to shove a few of these in. 1, 2, 3. And I'll do a similar thing right here, but just 2. Okay, yes. I feel like that's fine. We've done our job here in terms of adding windows and building a bridge. So that's fine. Let's see what it looks like when it's actually spawned in, though. Yeah. I feel like that's okay. It's now time to build up a funnel that is going to go on the back end. So I'm going to do that guy like that. I'm going to do this guy the same way. Up to here. We'll fill in these guys next to each other. So that guy's going to go there. This one's going to go here. And this one's going to go here. We're then going to be doing something crazy. We're going to shove these guys on, going back over. Probably up to around there. We're then going to grab these guys. I'm going to do the same thing. Probably to around there. Okay, grab this. Send it up. Okay, awesome. We're going to do these guys as well. It's a little bit less round than I would normally, but I think that's fine. So we're going to shove that across there. This across here. This across here. Do the same thing on these guys, obviously. There we go. Come on, keep it going. Yes, and yes. Okay. Fill this little bit in right here. We're going to paint around the top edge in like a black color. There we go. All the way around. And we'll jug the rest, I feel. So this, jugged. This is jugged. And whoop, that bit's done too. Alright, paint this piece as well. There we go. Alright, that looks a bit weird to me. Not quite right, actually. Yeah, that doesn't look right. I might just make it go straight up instead. Alright, there we go. So it's been modified a little bit. I've made it a little bit more round as well, which is quite nice. And I feel like overall that looks okay, actually. It is sitting a little bit high in the water, but that is not really something that we need to worry about just yet, because there's no engine in here, there's no insides or anything like that, and yeah, there's nothing on the deck. But if we, I was gonna say if we jump on there, which we can't, we'd be able to check that out. I do feel like the boat should be a little bit longer, because all of this seems a little bit too wide for it, but it's fine. I say that, actually, you know what, I am gonna make it longer. The boat is gonna be extended. Alright, so it's extended now, backwards. I moved the bridge backwards as well, because I feel like that makes sense, maybe? And overall, I think that works. We do still need to add the cannon to the front, the back, and the engines and stuff. We also need to make a way of getting up to the bridge, and down from the bridge, and other. I also want to move this backwards slightly, and I want to add a tower sort of thing in the middle as well. Okay, so there we go. I've moved it backwards like 2 spaces. I'm now going to go down here and I'm going to do this, which weirdly like attaches it to the building. That's fine. And we'll do this going the other way, and again, we'll actually attach that via this. Okay, that looks quite interesting to me. From there, we are going to be adding like a tower sort of dealio, so let's just do this sort of thing, and then we can build it up from there. I also want to go to the inside of these, and I want to jug them all. There we go. I'm just jugging them so that it doesn't look so weird from the outside. Although, to be fair, we'd have fluid ports across the top of this thing anyway. Also, this isn't a build series. Just as a side note, it feels like it is becoming a build series, but it's not. It's not going to. Or is it? Who knows? Okay, so what do we think of that then? This is something that I've never really done before, but it is what it is. I think it's interesting. I'm going to add something to the top of this bridge as well, just to make that look a little bit more normal. And then I think overall, this works. It's a little bit strange looking, but I think it works. Alright, I wanted to jump on the boat just to check out whether we actually have enough room back here for a cannon. We definitely do. If we go forwards, we definitely have enough room over here for a cannon as well. And it looks beautiful as well. So, you know, everything is coming up frantic today. Hey! Alright, to the inside, let's go ahead and delete these guys real quick. We're going to delete this, we're going to delete this, and we're going to delete this, and we're going to delete that. We're going to go straight in with ladders, and we're going to build these all the way up to the top. There we go. So we should be able to actually climb up into here if we want to now, which is, of course, where the bridge is. We're going to shove a helm in here as well really quickly. There we go. And we're actually going to put it a little bit back from the front. There we go. I do want to paint all the interiors as well. Don't know what that's going to look like just yet, but that's kind of cool. Okay, we're also going to take this color off the roof. We're going to put it here. I think that works. I am actually going to go ahead and paint this piece as well, and these guys. And what I'm also going to do is change the interior floor color in here. It's going to be changed to a brownish color. The problem is I'm going to have to go all the way around the outside to actually paint this, but it's fine. It's fine. We can totally get that done. So if we just do all of these guys, we send it across there, jug it in. Awesome. We're going to do the same thing in the room downstairs because the interior color of the floor needs to be different to the exterior. And this is how we're going to do it. Now, because this is a career mode boat, I'm not going to do things like add... I'm not going to add like a kitchen or anything like that. All I really want to do is probably add med beds downstairs somewhere, add an engine room that we can actually access, and add a bunch of seating that we can put passengers in if we need to rescue people, for example. We also need an equipment room as well, because we're going to need equipment. But yeah, we're not going to go overboard with like galleys and sleeping areas and stuff like that, because we don't need them. Where are we at right now? Well, we are downstairs. I've decided that we are going to have like a double hull sort of situation going on inside this thing. Whether this is a good or a bad idea, I know. Normally I would say I don't know, but yes, I do know. Having a double hull is a good idea in this situation. We're not going to have it all the way at the back, which maybe is a bad idea, but we are going to divide it along the sides and at the front as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and build the walls into this. We'll then go ahead and add like separation walls. We then need to go ahead and add pumps into each one of the sections so that we can actually pump the water out if it gets in. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now we're on the outside because I've done the double hull thing. I haven't added all the walls and all of the pumps and stuff like that, but I've gone ahead and added the room down here that looks nice. And that's what matters. We then need to go to the outside, and we actually need to figure out where the engines are gonna go. Or the propellers are going to go, I should say. So let's go ahead and add some pipes into here. We'll do it in the right color, I suppose, and we'll just send it out. All right, so that kind of looks too high. Yeah, so we're going to shove it here instead. We're going to add the propellers on there. Okay, so propeller, large, right color, there we go. Good, that looks awesome. We then want to go directly behind these and add some rudders, actually, so shove that on there. We're going to build this down, and we're going to add rudders into each of those. So actually, I could just use rudders. I was thinking maybe I'll use like a control surface. Nah, I'm just going to use rudders. There we go. 1, 2. We'll go ahead and do the same right here. 1, 2. Excellent. Delete this guy really quickly. Replace it with one of these. That looks better. Yes. Okay. Still looks a little bit weird here. This is a strange situation, but I actually kind of want to do this. Unfortunately, it's not really possible, but if I build it backwards by 1, we can get away with that. That works. If I then delete this guy right here, we can then build 1, 2, 3, and I feel like that looks alright. It is a little bit strange, but it is what it is. And that's how it's going to stay. So, there she is. Okay, it's looking pretty good so far, but we need more things done. So, I'm going to actually go to research, and we're going to have to research a bunch of things. I'm thinking winches, good idea. I'm thinking large pumps, actually pretty good idea. Also, medium modular engines, good idea. Unfortunately, they're all quite a lot of research points. I'm thinking a modular engine is actually a pretty good start, so we're going to get that first. Yeah, that makes sense to do, I feel. I want to go into this thing, by the way, and have a little look down below deck. Because I just want to see what it looks like down there now that we've actually sort of built it. So we go in through the door on the back at the side. We can then go downstairs like this. And yeah, this room's big enough. Yeah, so engines are going to go in here. We're going to have beds or whatever in here as well. And I'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right, close this up. Upstairs, let's have a little look up here as well. See what we can actually see. Oh, yeah, we can see more than enough out of these windows. This is great. Yeah, this will work out fine. Okay, I went ahead and unlocked the engine stuff, and now we're going to position 2 engines in the back end of our boat. I want to be able to get round the side of these engines, and these engines are going to be 2 4-cylinder engines. So we're going to shove that on there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've obviously got 4 on the other side. We need to add a clutch onto the back of both of these because that's how this works. And then we need to go to the front. I'm going to add one of these guys because I can, I guess. Sure. And then I'm going to add one of these guys to the front of there. Okay, very nice. I feel like this works. All we need to do from there is add starters all the way around because, again, that's how this works. 1, 2 right there. I wouldn't actually mind just shoving 1 and 2 on the side as well. Yeah, that works. All right, cool. We're then going to attach... I was going to say attach them all together, but they already are. All we need to do now is add exhaust to these, which obviously goes through the funnel. We need to add air, which I might actually get from the funnel as well. I feel like that makes sense. And then we need to do coolant of some sort. And we need to do... other. What's the other thing? Fuel. Yeah, that's the other thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and start by doing the exhaust. This is going to come straight off the top of this. It's going to go forwards, and it's going to go up through here. Let's go check our engine room. I've built some things that you want to see. I've put doors downstairs. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go back here. These are my engines. Obviously, we've got 4 cylinders on each of them. The power goes out through a gearbox down into the bottom because the propeller is actually like here. That right there is the engine microcontroller, and we got a bunch of batteries right here. Just ignore that. It's fine. Anyway, what we should be able to do now is actually drive it. So let's go ahead and close this. Jump on here and go upstairs. All right. Press the keys. Here we go. All right. Both engines are running. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the throttle. I didn't actually add anything to the throttle lever right here. So if we throttle this up with W and S, we will be good to go. There we go. W and S, W and S. That's all good. Yes. So now this ship should actually be able to move. Oh, this is going to be awesome. All right. Let me on. Let me on the boat. Let's go. Yeah. So currently, obviously, we don't have any weapons. We don't have any extra goodies, I guess, that maybe we should have, but that's fine. Look at this! The boat! It's moving! It's alive! Oh, yeah, nice. Alright, cool. So, now that we've got it to this point, although this isn't going to be a build series, we are actually at the point where I'm going to end this video here. In the next one, we're going to try and add some weapons to this thing. We're going to add some equipment to this thing, because it's necessary. And we're going to try and do some of the interior as well. And then, I guess, we can go do some missions. But overall, I actually love this. This is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a little bit bulky and a little bit weird looking, but kind of cool at the same time. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.